Thanks, Mia, for the introduction. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for your time attending this session, and I hope you're all keeping yourselves safe and healthy through this challenging time. So, today I'm going to tackle or discuss about the resilient solutions in the cloud for banking and finance. So, before we go any further, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Athena Balanay, Cube Account Manager from VBusiness, an advanced consulting partner of AWS here in the Philippines. You can also scan this QR code for further contact details. Okay, so I'd like to start my presentation with a quote. So according to Forbes, the global pandemic has accelerated digital banking and forced banks to evolve at an exponential speed to create more effective and efficient ways to meet their customers' needs. So what are these customers' needs? So number one, the customers wants to be sure that they can access their money easily and securely. Number two, trust and personalization. Which in earlier days, this happened with face-to-face interactions with their banker. So how will the financial and bank institutions make it more effective and efficient to meet their customers' needs without a face-to-face interaction? So number one is the automation. So not only the customers able to manage their financials all in one place or all in one application, but the customers wants you to manage it for them, such as those autosave features, automatic payments, and scheduled payments. Number two, the real-time payments. So customers don't want to be hassled. They want a real-time payments and transactions. In terms of real-time transfer, yes, we already have that. But how about yung real-time payments of our bills? So I think that's another thing that we need to address. Number three, the personalization. So customers will surely appreciate if they will have a personalized overview of their daily transactions, financial trends, or an insight into how customers are spending. Okay, so how will AWS help the company to accelerate the digital banking? So let us first discuss or describe what is a cloud computing. A cloud computing, this is an on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing or pay-as-you-use pricing. So instead of buying and owning or maintaining a physical server and data centers, you can access your technology such as the computing power, storage, and databases or as needed basis from a cloud provider like AWS. What you can see in your screen is the popular analogy of Albert Barron in 2014. So this is the pizza as a service 2.0 model to break down the ingredients that makes this as a service offerings. So the on-premise will serve as the homemade pizza, the IaaS for the communal kitchen, the containers for the bring your own, the PaaS for the takeaway, function as a service for the restaurant, SaaS for the party. The blue items here will is what the customer manage, while the green items here is what the vendor manage. So the electric or gas will serve as the hardware. The oven will serve as the virtualization, fire for the OS, pizza for the runtime, beer for the scaling, friends for functions, and conversation for configurations. So for the on-premise, so this is a homemade pizza. So like a homemade pizza, you made it from the scratch. You do everything yourself from sourcing of ingredients, cooking the pizza with your own equipment, and serving it to your dining table with drinks. So just like the traditional server, you buy your physical server, you maintain it, you clean, and you manage your own physical servers. So that's the traditional on-premise server. So next is the infrastructure as a service, or this is also the communal kitchen in our pizza as a service 2.0. So you share the infrastructure with others. The utilities and oven are provided, but you have to make and cook the pizza for yourself. So like us, an AWS provider or a cloud provider, we are the responsible for the IaaS or the infrastructure, and you as the customer are responsible for installing and maintaining the application and operating systems. For the containers and as a service or BYO or bring your own pizza. So you bring your pizzas, but someone else use their facilities and cooks pizza for you. So the customers will manage in a technical perspective, the customer will manage the runtime, the scaling, the functions, the configuration. So for example, for this is the AWS ECS. Next is the platform as a service or the takeaway. So you order a pizza collection from the pizzeria and you and make and cook the pizza using their facilities. So scaling functions and configurations in a technical perspectives are what the customers will manage. So example of the PaaS are the AWS RDS and the AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Okay. So next is the function as a service. So or the restaurant in pizza as a service 2.0. So you go to the pizzeria with some friends, you order and eat pizza made by the restaurant. You order also the drinks and then they made it for you. So in a technical perspective, meaning the vendor will manage everything for you everything for you except the functions and the configurations. It enables the customers to develop the applications and deploy the functionalities, and you only be charged when functionality executes. So for example of this is the AWS Lambda. Next is the software as a service or the party. So you go to someone's house party, that's a pizza party. So they provide the pizza and they also invited friends for you to meet. So the conversations with the guests is your responsibility. So conversation is equal to configurations. So in a technical perspective, these also are ready-made applications. Like for example, a Netflix that is hosted in AWS. So what you need as the customers or the end user is to configure your credentials, such as the account information, passwords. So that's it. So that's the pizza as a service or cloud computing model analogy of Albert Baron in 2014. So a while ago, I started my presentation with a quote according to Forbes about the acceleration of digital banking. So now I'm going to address those three customers' needs and what would be the digital banking trends and the possible solutions for it. So number one, customers want resolution in the channel of their choice. If they come into a channel, they want to complete their transactions there. So by leveraging AWS data ingestion and streaming services, companies can provide frictionless transactions for customers and merchants and improve and automate customer service interaction. The possible AWS services are the Amazon EC2, Amazon EMR, and Amazon Kinesis. Number two, customers cited avoidance of paper money and physical cards as one of their top three reasons for using digital payment tools during this pandemic. So AWS can help create a digital foundation and adhere to strict regulatory guidelines on your path to building a digital bank. So the solution would be AWS core infrastructure is designed to meet the most stringent security requirements in the world, so including the PCI and DSS compliance. So this ensure secured and resilient digital banking for safe and cashless transactions on cloud. Lastly, consumers not only crave but require personalized experience in all their daily digital transactions, including banking experience. So AWS offers services and tools that help payment companies build deeper customer relationships by capturing customer interaction data, building innovative customer-facing channels, and delivering the level of personalization customers expect. So the possible solution are the Amazon Connect, the Amazon Lex, and the Amazon Pinpoint. So how we at VBusiness help our customers. So I'm going to showcase two use case studies from our customers. Number one, this is the leading consumer loan company in the Philippines. So this company has more than 70 offices nationwide, and they're aiming to reach Filipinos as possible and be their finance company of choice. So the company is looking towards the future with confidence to grow in the market and face the challenges in the years ahead. So what does Valleyline did? So Valleyline developed and enhance the lending management system for the company. So Valleyline also developed an application running on AWS as well. So currently, this application is used by the multiple branches in the Philippines and serving their customers. Number two, the application is currently running in AWS to support the workloads of the LMS or the lending management system. To make sure that the customer's data is secured, we implemented the best practice in deploying all services. So next is a loan agency. This is association. So the company goal is to have a reliable and scalable financial application. So therefore, it will be more efficient and effective to the end users of the application. So Value Line used the CI/CD to streamline the deployment, and AWS Fargate for serverless compute engine on Amazon ECS or the containerization. So this enabled the business to scale seamlessly while growing their operations and quickly launching new features. Number two, AWS Cloud provide a comprehensive, reliable, and cost-effective infrastructure. So here are the Amazon Container Services. So we have the Amazon ECS, the Amazon EKS, and the Amazon Fargate. So Amazon ECS, so if your current setup is manually deploying Docker containers or using open source tool with Amazon ECS, it simplifies the task of running Docker workloads securely, and you can integrate with other AWS services and no control plane to manage. The Amazon EKS is the current setup, or if your current setup is a self-managed Kubernetes on-premise or in cloud, with Amazon EKS, you can leverage all existing plugins and tooling from Kubernetes community, reduce operational burden of provisioning and maintaining clusters. Existing deployments and configurations can be migrated. EKS can perform in-place cluster upgrades. Lastly, the Amazon Fargate or AWS Fargate. This is a serverless or pay-as-you-go compute engine that lets you focus on building application without managing any servers. So Amazon Fargate is compatible with Amazon Elastic Container Service or the ECS and the Amazon Elastic Kubernetes or the EKS. So customers gain benefit from moving AWS managed container services. So what are the benefits of moving your workloads or make it containerized ready and move it to AWS? So it lower the cost by increasing your resource utilization, reduce operational overhead, increase scaling capabilities, of course, increase security, retain control and observability of infra, and no need to re-architect the existing applications. So how can we deep dive, or how can we assess more your requirements on cloud? So our next steps is you can book an appointment. So I've already flashed my QR code. You can reach me there, my email, and you can talk to our cloud experts so to assess your needs. And we also offer a 30 days free worth of credits if you migrate your workloads to AWS for the first time. We have our mother company, which is Valleyline. So Valleyline started way back 2000 as an IBM business partner, and with the emerging shift of technology, we became one of the pioneer user of AWS in the cloud, and we are now the advanced consulting partner. So Valleyline is already 20 years in the industry. So Valleyline has three spin-off companies. So we have the VBusiness. The VBusiness is focused more on the Amazon Web Service, focused more on cloud or Amazon Web Services. And we started way back year 2013 as a standard technology partner. We've also developed our homegrown applications running on AWS, such as XCRM, Yespo Chatbot, and we've been also been awarded as the only advanced technology partner in the Philippines, and we are also recognized as their professional service partner. And later, we became the advanced consulting partner of AWS in the Philippines. And next is we have here the Strict Lab Solutions Inc. So Strict Lab is focused more on the business innovations, implementations of services in AWS. So Strict Lab Solutions Inc. are consist of different certified solutions architect, DevOps engineer, developers, programmers, project managers, and QA team. Next is we have the B1G2 Technologies Inc. So B1G2 is a exclusive distributor of ESET or NOD32, if you're familiar, here in the Philippines. So Valleyline is also an ISO certified, which is the ISO 9001 and the ISO 27001, which stands for the Information Security Management and the Quality Management Systems. Okay, so that ends my presentation, or my presentation today. So I hope you've learned a lot from what I have discussed. And again, I'm Athena Balanay. So I'd like to show you some of our happy customers. So these are our happy customers. So we have here one of the biggest clients are Unilab, the FPG Insurance, Motorstar, of course, ESET, the antivirus, Ortigas and Company, PSSLI. So again, thank you. And if you want to reach me out and um, assess your workloads, if you have plans in the next coming days to migrate your application, so don't hesitate to contact me. Here's my contact details. And I hope you already you learned a lot from what I have discussed. And thank you. So Mia, please take the floor now.